Hello and welcome back to BA Publisher Basics and Beyond. In this chapter, we are going to take a look at the basic concepts behind the BA Publisher, also known as XML Publisher. So our objective today is to get to know about the BI Publisher, learn the different pieces of the BI puzzle. So normally, as you've seen from the other chapters, I have a video and a zip file below it which contains all the files that are associated to this chapter. For this chapter, it's purely theoretical. You would not see a file that's similar to it. So I've been in this industry for more than 15 years. And when I started in the in Oracle ERP development, reporting was the major hazard. I mean, we had getting a simple formatted report was a pain, and it takes weeks. If you mess up the format, everything is gone. And it's hard to, but it's hard to. We had a big struggle to get the just let's say for example, if you want to create a barcode on a report, I mean it takes forever to build. But today, thanks to be a publisher, it's simple. You can have reports in any format, graphs, anything that you want, today from the BI publisher. So in any organization, you got a great ERP application, but if you cannot deliver the data out of it and and report it in a way that's required. So pre so prior to be a publisher in an organization, you would have different servers that are required. For example, you need to have an invoice server, basically to extract the data and generate invoices. You'll have a check printing server. There are a lot of even today there are a lot of vendors that provide the service. You have a formatting server. You have a payment server. I mean, there are a lot of these third-party vendors and these additional software needed to to build to build and extract data out of the database. So Oracle BI Publisher basically eliminate the needs of all these uh, all these extra software or extra vendor application. So BI Publisher is a single integrated solution for an enterprise. It's a single environment to process data, develop reports, generate and deliver. So we are eliminating the need of the multiple servers and just replacing the whole thing with a single solution from Oracle. So BA Publisher is an end-to-end solution. It's basically from data to document to delivery. So XML Publisher can extract the data from your server, from your database, which is mostly the BI application or your ERP application. You can build, once you extract the data, you can build multiple layouts. For example, I can have for the same data, I can have Excel or XML or PDF or any kind of template that I can lay on it, and it can deliver. It can deliver in any output format to any destination. I think it's a complete data to document delivery solution. So BI Publisher now allows users to extract the data once and deliver it in multiple formats. So you can have a simple query, um, and extract the data from your business and deliver it in all the different formats that's required by different users. So the other great thing about XML Publisher is it's modularizing the report process. So, for example, when you take the RDF reporting, you can see that, or any other reporting in the prior, you have the data, the data extraction, the layout, the translation, everything was clubbed into one single piece. What BA Publisher eliminates that, that it basically separates out the data layer, the presentation layer, translation, and delivery components. So let's look at the BA Publisher architecture. So it has the data handler part, which would extract the data from the database. It can be, it can be in a SQL, XML, or web service. The data, once you get into the XML, will be then managed, which is then managed through the template manager. The template manager would would manage how the data is to be formatted or presented. There is the translation handler, which would handle the translation of the data into multiple languages. For example, you can have a template in English, and the same template can be translated into German, and you can deliver the report in a simple way, through the translation template in German as well as English. So once the data is extracted and once the data is formatted, the next thing is delivery. So the deliveries will take care of the different output formatting and the different methods of delivery. So how does this work? So the collection of data is still handled through your concurrent request. So the concurrent manager would talk to your Oracle database instance and will fetch your data. So you have your, let's say you have your SQL. The concurrent manager will connect to the Oracle database and would extract the data. The concurrent manager would then pass the control over to the output post processor, which will look at the output. If the concurrent program is set to have an output equal XML, XML publisher is called, which would merge the template to the output and would deliver the reports accordingly. So as you see here, the concurrent request will talk to your database. The concurrent manager would then passes the control over to the output processor. The XML publisher would then be triggered, which would work and get the template that's needed, and which would deliver the report in the right format. So you start with building your concurrent request, which will have the output format as XML. Now, when the output format is XML, the connection between the data template to the concurrent program is through the application and the short name of the concurrent program. So now we have the connection is between the concurrent program to the data template, and the data template is then connected to the data template is then connected to the template definition. You can have multiple template definition for a single data definition. So it's a one-to-many relation. You can have, so from your concurrent program, you're directly connecting to one data definition. From the data definition, you would go to templates. That's how the connection between a concurrent program all the way to the template. So you would ask, how does the multiple deliveries are handled, or how does the multiple formattings are handled? There are different techniques within the data definition that allows you to do that. We will look at this as we come along. You can, as you said, we can have multiple templates for a particular for a particular concurrent program. So you have the option of selecting when you submit a concurrent program, you have the option of selecting the templates that are required, the formatting, the type of outputs that are needed. So just by having the XML output does not trigger the XML publisher. It's very important that you should have XML. You should have the formatting set to XML. So you can build a PL/SQL program that will generate XML. Just because there's an XML output doesn't mean that the XML publisher is triggered. So in order for the concurrent program to pass the control over the output processor and output processor to call the XML publisher, the format has to be set at the XML. So the next concept we will look at is BI bursting. So remember we were talking about XML publisher where you have a single output and you're extracting the data once and you're delivering it in multiple times. How is it done in XML publisher? How is the delivery? So you have the data extraction part, you have the template. We know how these two are tied. So how does this happen? How does it deliver into multiple formatting and multiple outputs? So BIP XML Publisher provides a tool called bursting. Bursting would take the output of the concurrent program and will deliver it in the channels in the right format. So once the concurrent program is submitted and the report is generated, within the data definition, you can specify the bursting template. That bursting template would say, take the output, format it in XML, and send it to a specific printer. Or you can have the same data, it's read once, but you want to deliver it in an email format to a specific user, or an EFT, or an EFT to a bank. So the BI bursting definition would control how do you take the output from the concurrent request and would match it to a specific format. So, for example, let's say I have a report that is to be delivered as an Excel and a PDF. So in the bursting, you would define for get the data, tie it to this template, and burst it to this location, or burst it as an email. So bursting takes care of the piece of the delivery part. So as we go through different examples in the later labs, you would get to be familiarized with the templates and the bursting part of it. So Oracle provides a lot of best practices. So one of the thing I like is do not overcomplicate the template. I've seen you can do a lot of fancy things in template, but the idea is make the template simple. So this chapter we looked at the BI architecture, how the BI publisher is connected to a data. We looked at the concept about BI bursting. As in the next few chapters, we would dig more into the this chapter is basically an overview. In the next few chapters, we would look more into how all these are connected. We'll come back and look at it one more time. As we go through the chapters. Thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the other chapters.